we doing, folks? It's Audio Who, and it's been a while, hence my neglect of a fucking smile. There's 3 of us here, potentially 4, if somebody got off their arse and answered the fucking door. It's Peter Davison in a solo outing, the Helliax Rift. We have a new assembled unit team in the guise of the fantastic writers at Big Finish. Where you place this in Pete Davis' timeline is totally up to you. But yeah, he's on his own. We have a mysterious signal. We have a unit trying to establish what the signal is. We have a hospital. We have a doctor. And we have a woman who, shall we say, has a past with an extraterrestrial that puts the X-Files to shame, and the word anal probe. Well, yeah. You'll find out. Before we get to that, let's get to this. It's your turn for this evening. So, anything else from NYC? Mr. Almadina, how goes it, Will?
Hey, now, how you doing, everybody?
Good to see you, one giant fucking phone there in the icon. Sue, is that you?
It is. Hello.
Good to see you, just in time. How's it going?
Good. You're
And
going to have to keep muting me.
I've got to keep muting you. Why?
Just keep me muted until you want me to speak, okay?
Oh, for God's sake, may work for me. Okay, bear with me, folks. 3, 2, 1. How the fuck did I mute you? Oh, Jesus. Oh, that explained a lot. I know there's in Texas. There's a bit of a Texas Timbo. So we're going to Timbo.
Hello.
Good to see you, man. So the Helliax Rift, we have a new, as briefly mentioned, we have a new assembled unit team. We have Captain Price. We have the medic Hopkins, who has been assigned the role after the exploits of one Harry Sullivan, and we have, well, essentially a mysterious signal and a crashed ship. What is the exploits of that crashed ship and the mysterious hospital in the background? You're about to find out. So, opening thoughts of the Helliax Rift. Peter Davison. Well, opening thoughts, mate. What do you reckon?
Like you said, I thought it was a mystery about a spaceship crash landing and the doctor and unit trying to search for what it was and all that. And it turns out the ship didn't crash. It was just set itself up.
It was a hoax. It was a hoax, yeah.
Yeah. But in the first 3 chapters was just like that. It was like mystery building up to find out what is the last chapter build up. And then that last chapter, it builds up to almost a Starman story about an alien hooking up with a human and making a child. I'm like, oh, not that premise. But it's not a bad thing because you see how the unit has changed so much since we last see them on TV. And then they never mention at all the Brigadier, what has happened to him after this, like that. You know, that was unusual.
I will tell you what's interesting about this newly formed fictional unit team. It seems to be, it's after the Brig and John Levine and Sergeant Benton and co, but it's before Klein and all the rest of it get there. So it's like Big Finish are trying to establish this semi-quasi fucking unit team slap bang in the middle of all this, well, which is fine for the purpose of this trilogy. You've got to create certain aspects of a team to use new characters to work with and play with in the Big Finish toy yard. I don't have a problem with that. Tim, opening thoughts, mate. What do you reckon?
I thought it was okay.
By the numbers?
Hmm?
By the numbers?
No, I wouldn't say that. It was an interesting idea. I thought it was interesting to have a solo 5th Doctor. That's pretty rare.
Yeah, very rare. Very rare, yeah.
And also, it's pretty rare for him to involve himself with unit because that he doesn't usually do that. I mean, usually that unit's usually...
Just before you get into where would that actually fit? Anybody? What do you recommend?
When he's by himself. He was by himself for a brief time when in Amsterdam when he was.
Oh, okay, before the Omega thing. Okay, yep, I'm with you.
Yeah,
Yep.
or after the whenever.
Yep.
Or
Either
before
or. Okay.
But anyway, yeah, it's an interesting story. I think Will's right. It does kind of a twist at after the third part. It suddenly becomes a different story than it was, which is cool. I think they should have left out the cliffhangers and just made it one long story. That I think they got in the way. This was one of those occasions where it was like, okay, all of a sudden the tension rises for no reason but to have a cliffhanger, and then it's like, okay, and they come back and resolve it quickly. Which they used to do that on TV sometimes, but I'm just saying it's like, if you have a story, you don't need to be a slave to the format. Just go ahead and have a 1.5 hour story.
That's it. Yep.
I like the new guy. I thought he was pretty cool. It's interesting that he decided not to go with the doctor, but after being invited, but that's fine. I guess he turns up again with when 60 or 70 shows up. So there you go.
Very interesting. One of the very few who actually neglects the offer to go on the TARDIS. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's heard of the doctor's reputation, and then a bit Hagrid in there. I mean,
to be fair, when you hear this guy, I think I don't know the actor well, but the way he's portrayed it, very good choice in terms of actor. I've still to hear the other two. I've not heard this complete trilogy, but it'll be interesting, especially because at the end of this trilogy, apparently Klein's involved. So is that right, Will? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know how that curtails and whatnot, but yeah, fair play to the casting choice with regards to the actor. Hopkins was played by who, Will?
I'm Blake Harrison.
Good casting choice. Okay, good stuff. Interesting points though, Tim. I probably agree with that. Not a traditional Fifth Doctor story, but still not bad for a couple of hours. Okay, Sue, what do you reckon? Opening thoughts?
All right. Well, I enjoyed the bit of the aliens. Let me tell you, it's really timely because of all that Area 51, storming Area 51 stuff. I think it's really like amazing, and I think that unit would have had a response to this, and the hope. Yeah. I mean, but it's the fact that we're right now is really timely.
Just out of curiosity, are you on the move somewhere? Are you mobile at present?
Yeah, I'm on the bus. So yeah.
Okay. Well, good evening, folks. Welcome to Audio Who and Men About Time, or Women. Okay.
Yeah. So the new
Daniel Hopkins.
Unit, he was
Yeah.
Daniel Hopkins. He was great. He was absolutely amazing. I liked it a lot, and the Fifth Doctor alone, like you boys have said, I thought it was interesting and unique and something that I hadn't, I guess I forgot about the Amsterdam Omega thing, but yeah, that was interesting too.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, it's interesting because other than Amsterdam, the only other time he's feasibly alone is slap bang in the middle of, is it The Awakening? When Tegan and a few others are off doing other things, and I think they already shoved one in, shoehorned one in there, but Peter Davison is very rarely alone, so it's really interesting to fire one in here.
That was his master story, wasn't it?
Was it the master story?
Master trilogy, I believe.
Oh, okay, is that Omega? Oh yeah, You Will Obey Me. There you go. You Will Obey Me. That's the one where Alex McQueen is inhabiting the body of Jeffrey fucking Beavers. Spoiler alert, folks, but it's been 2 years. Go fuck yourself. So, yeah, well, very interesting, and it's a good way to shoehorn some more stories in here, other than between Planet of Fire and the Caves of Androzani, where you get a whole new companion. So, my issues are, I've not really got an issue with this per se. I really enjoyed this. Colonel Price, what a prick. He just seemed to be totally I don't know, very untrustworthy of the Doctor for the get-go. It was like a race with him. Oh, we've got to beat him to this. You know, he's outdone us again. He's fought us. It was like a competition when it came to him, and I don't know why, because going by the storyline here, he was the successor to Nick Cockney's like Briggs Stewart, timeline-wise. Why is he competing with the guy? Just take the guy's expertise at face value, and you know, you might solve you might have a resolution a hell of a lot quicker. Who played Colonel Pierce? Well,
Colonel Pierce was played by Russ Bain.
Very interesting character. I don't know if he's had issues in his life. I don't know if he's a mother's boy, but he had a hell of a time just trusting the Doctor. If he had access to the Doctor's files, I don't know why that would be the case. Maybe it gets explained in these other two stories to come. I don't know if he's returning or no, but it just seemed totally out of character for a unit officer.
Well, do you think, can I ask you a question? Do you think
Yeah.
had it been a different Doctor, he might have had a different attitude?
I don't know. I mean, he had the files in front of him, so why is he so distrustworthy?
Because it just seems to me that sometimes the Fifth Doctor gets no respect. And,
Damn right, yeah.
And it's like, I know he sounds older, which I think kind of lends him a bit more gravitas than he had when he was on TV in a way.
Yeah.
Even though he's still very excitable and jumping up and down all the time. But I mean, it seems to me that maybe had it been a Doctor with a bit more authority, because Peter Davison's always going to be that young Doctor that maybe he can't command the respect of this military asshole who this guy really is. I mean,
but at the same time, this guy probably had the scientific advisor file, but he had no idea how many bodies the nine this was. I mean, you know, I don't know. I mean, I guess you had to have a dick in the story. It just seemed a bit off-putting that, hang on, you know this guy works for you. Why are you being a complete prick? I mean, what the fuck? I mean, unless there was something in the plot that dictated it, I just don't get it, because by the end of the story, he's quite willing to go along with him. I'm going, what absolute asshole? What the hell, man? I don't know if the guy comes back or no, but he wasn't a bad character. He was just, what a dick. Jeez.
Well, I wonder if maybe he's in the second part. Maybe he'll be a little differently, or maybe he earned some respect for the Doctor or something.
Well, hopefully, but as I say, I've not heard this trilogy all the way through. Well, we're at that. I keep forgetting I've got to unmute. Sue, have you got an opinion with regards to Colonel Price? Why he's a complete dick?
Yeah, well, I think it's hard to stand in the shadow of the Brigadier and
stupid question.
Mike
Okay,
Yates.
right.
Yeah, it's just so hard because the Brig was so amazing and he had so much, gravitas. He changed the world over and over and over again. And so, here's my opinion on the subject. I think that this one, he just had a chip on his shoulder the whole time. That's
probably a good analogy, but my question would be why. But again, you'll never.
Well, my opinion would be he's a lieutenant colonel, not a brigadier general. That's why he's probably upset about that. And considering how much the brigadier had respect for the Doctor, whichever incarnation it was.
There you go. No, as I say, I'm not saying the guy was a complete unredeemable character. It's just the fact I'm sitting there going, you've got this guy's file. You know he's your scientific advisor. Why are you being a complete and utter tool? I'm going,
But it does, what's funny, when the Doctor identified himself and he would say, oh, you don't got no clearance and all that. What are you talking about? He's your scientific advisor. He has more, he's the only one that's higher than him is the brigadier. Everybody else should be listening to him. That's a total disrespect. And the writer's like, he has no authority there no more like that. You kidding me?
All right. Well, as I say, that's just me. I might be nitpicking, but that's just what I took for it. So there you go. And with that, folks, any events or characters that stood out for you? Well, anything stand out?
Well, of course, the fourth chapter, the Starman plot right there was the big twist for me, which I didn't, you say, I didn't hate it like that, but it was after such a build-up for the first three chapters, I actually thought it was like a secret society, like a torch ward or something like that was doing all this. That's what I thought. But when it turns out that she was just doing that because, she wanted to know how to deal
Sure, for her husband. Yeah.
No, not her husband, like her child's
Oh,
prediction.
sorry. Yeah, the child.
Because he has two genetics, DNA inside him like that. So that it was a good twist, but it was a big shocker. But what's funny is that how much that female doctor wanted to, who wanted to cut up the doctor, the doctor.
Oh, you mean the one who ended up being the red shirt? Yeah.
Yeah. That Jennifer, that's her name.
Mm.
I was shocked. I was a little bit shocked what happened to her at the end, like that. But I really thought maybe we'll arrest her and get more information out of her, considering they were left either with bodies or a bunch of aliens arrested. So that's weird, right there.
Yes, I mean, because for the first couple of parts of this, you assume they're fucking dissecting, slicing and dicing, and you don't know what the ulterior motive. You think the two of them are actually the big bad for the first two parts until you get to the realization that, oh, hang on, somebody's got freaky with a DK and point to fucking an alien. But I digress. Sue, your thoughts on, getting freaky with the tentacles?
Yeah, that was hilarious. I'm not going to say anything anime or whatever about it, but it was very much like the nesting was in the first in Spearhead from Space. No.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, now, to be fair, I wouldn't go down the anime route because obviously the alien entity did take the form of her departed fiance / husband. But yeah, still kind of freaky. Timbo, what do you reckon?
Well, I thought the twist was they ended up being a benevolent group of people that were actually trying to learn from alien experiences rather than, it looked like they were doing all this vivisection and stuff, which they weren't really. So I guess that was the kind of twist.
No, I say she was. The doctor was like a complete utter bitch, if you ask me. But the one who was trying to redeem her son, she was fine.
But this is, they're not on Earth, are they?
Yes.
Oh, they are. Okay,
Yes.
I got confused then because I thought they were on some alien planet.
No, they were the Nerf. Yeah, no, the Nerf. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good twist. It's not what you expect. I just think I think it's interesting to have the Fifth Doctor on his own, though. It's for once he's like he's still in a lot of danger, but at least he's not having to babysit a bunch of kids while he's doing it. So
yeah,
that was a refreshing change for his Doctor.
The Fifth Doctor on his own it still baffles me. Don't get me wrong, it's Big Finish and they'll always explain it. It's just shoehorning a couple of things in there, which is always fun. Who was it? Who played? Crap, what was her name? Not the doctor there. No.
The mother.
The mother.
Oh, Annabelle. That was Deborah Thomas.
And who played the red shirt doctor?
Jennifer. Dr. Jennifer Harrison was by Anna Louise Plowman.
Yeah. She's quite happy to slice and dice her way through the cosmos, as it was. When I was sitting listening to this, I didn't expect her to get fucking munched on. I against some alien entity, but that's what happened. So, c'est la vie. Who played the? Oh crap! The alien entity that went freaky with a DK.
Oh, hold on. That was.
I'm assuming the cast list might refer to him as
father.
Dad.
Yeah. What was his name though? Was it Samuel?
Adam, Jake Dudman was Adam, who was the kid entity.
Yeah. So it had to be Robbie Stevens that moment.
Robbie Stevens. Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, Jake Dudman is a new staple at Big Finish. He contributes to their Short Trip and their Companion Chronicles range as the 10th, 11th and 12th Doctor. Don't worry, don't fucking send your pitchforks to your local establishment. No Doctor does a Short Trip or a Companion Chronicle, with the small exception of one time only by Sylvester McCoy and Colin Baker way back in the day. So once Jake Dudman shows up in the adventure range, you can complain. So there we go. But in my opinion, his 11th Doctor is superb. The other two are kind of iffy. But anyway, Sue, do you have an opinion when it comes to the characters that stand out for the story?
All right. Well, yeah, like I said, the unit was full of strife, and that was interesting, I loved how the doctor assumed that he was going to be fought, which the lieutenant colonel did, and the other Lieutenant Daniel was great, and
Okay.
so that those relationships really stood out to me, and yeah, so
Excellent.
that's my bit.
Okay, thank you. Tim, anything for you, mate?
What's that?
Character, anything stand out for you?
Oh, well, you already asked me. But anyway, yeah.
Did I? Sorry, mate. My
Yeah,
apologies.
no problem.
Oh, sorry, mate.
It's a very simple story, I think.
Yeah.
I listened to this after the big epic multi-doctor, multi-companion.
Oh, the legacy of time. Yeah. Don't worry, folks. We'll get to
20th
that.
anniversary, big finish,
Yeah.
baby. And so this was a bit like small potatoes.
Meh. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, not meh. It wasn't meh. It was good. It was.
Yeah. No, compared to that, it was meh. But yeah. No, well, hopefully, folks will get to that. I completed that, and it's a really good listen. I highly recommend that. Well, anything stand out for you? Characters or things?
Well, I'm looking forward for the next story just to see how much, if anything, the unit changes either more or stays the same from this experience. So I'm looking forward to listening to that.
Yes, and before I get to that, I am looking forward to see how this trilogy pans out as well. Obviously, if the thread of this trilogy is only Hopkins, it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. Well, could you just get us the name of that said story before we wrap up this thing? And with that, if there's nothing else, I guess it's that time again.
We in Audio Hill would give condolences to the family of actor Rutger Hauer, who recently passed away.
Yes, ironically, if you watch Blade Runner, he passed away in 2019. Go figure. Yeah. How's that for fucking foreshadowing? Condolences to Rutger Hauer's family. And with that, guys, it is the Helliax Rift. Peter Davison and a few others. Big Finish main range number 230. Oh crap. 236.
I think so.
Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Well, what do you get out of 10, mate?
I give it an 8 out of 10. I look forward for the other two parts to see how this concludes.
Indeed. Okay, thank you, mate. Sue, what do you give the Helliax Rift in terms of a number?
I'd give this a 9 out of 10. She was good.
Okay, thank you.
I will.
Oh crap! Sorry, Sue, I cut you off there. Continue.
No, that's fine. I just I was looking forward to listening to this and talking about this. So I'm glad we got to it. Thanks, guys.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Sue. Timbo, what's your number for Texas?
It was a good story, done well. I'll split the difference, give it an 8.5.
Thank you, mate. And I will be amicable when it comes to this story. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's a good start to a trilogy. I'll be interested to see how that said trilogy unfolds. And we'll see how Mr. Hopkins, being Harry Sullivan's replacement, fares. So,
and a correction is episode 237.
My bad. Okay, so apparently it's 237. So there we go. So, and with that, guys, done, finito, and in the can for this evening. I'm going to leave this to divulge what we are tackling in 2 weeks' time. Mr. Hopkins is back with Colin Baker's Sixth Doctor in, well,
Sixth Doctor faces the Hour of the Cybermen.
The Hour of the Cybermen. Those stainless steel folks are back, and we'll see how this new unit team measures up to the Cybermen. Please check out our buddies in the wonderful wackety world of the YouTube. You've got the guys and dolls there each assembled with audio, heads, TV and movie reviews. You've got Dr. Freedom and his new broadcast and his Amiga files, as well as the adventures of Dr. Freedom Eric. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. We're getting the hell on out of here, and we'll see you in 2 weeks, where all 6A is being Delexy. Take care of yourself, folks, and each other, and it's time for a beer. All the best, guys, and thank you, and hopefully we'll have a few more in the round table in 2 weeks' time. Fuck you, Philip.
And
Good night, guys.